Jake Paul, apparently this boxing match coming up in September is back within my wheelhouse. Apparently I can speak about it, right? The protest of Will Fury versus Jake Paul is gone. Will's out. It's over. And I'm only as good as the information I've been given. And I must tell you from step one, guys, I don't know that I have made an accurate prediction on this. I might not have brought him to you publicly. But in fairness to what I thought was going on inside, I don't know that I've been right yet. Here, let me give you an example. Jake Paul announces Madison Square Garden, September 6th. He's the main event. That gal he's been looking for, she's coming with him. She's going to be the co-main event. Get your tickets and mark your calendar. Now, that's not much. And that is not generally how a fight is announced. And I don't believe that has ever been done when it's a fight to this magnitude. Evidence, just the mere fact that they're at the Mecca, Madison Square Garden. So, of course, what do I think? All right, he's got a plan. Jake Paul has a ta-da moment. And that is going to be at whatever press conference he secretly got lined up where he's going to bring out his opponent. And that's where the names like Mike Tyson and Anderson Silva started to be a lot more realistic for me. Well, no, it turns out he didn't announce who the opponent was because he didn't have one yet. So he's trying to get this Fury thing done. And apparently the announcement that was planned for the card and the tickets and the on sale and all this stuff, the contracts weren't quite done with. Fury thought they could get them done. Turns out they couldn't. So then I think, all right, this is the play. This was the act all along. Fury's going to come in, but he's going to come in at the last minute after dangling in front of the audience. There was never a part of me that believed that Fury wasn't coming. No matter how much I have told you guys that, there was never a part of me that thought that Fury was going to pass up on this opportunity. Now, what they were going to have to do and how they were going to go about getting him, but he will find a way. He will swim if that's what it takes. It's $2 million and an opportunity in front of the world in the Mecca, literally what dreams are made of. And a lot of people will sit and dream, and they won't even come to that because it's too perfect. So he's going to show up. This is what I'm thinking. All right, great. He does it. That's done. That's a wash. That is now behind us. Who's going to show up? And I'm hearing rumblings, and I don't know how much Jake wants to meet the criteria that people are asking for of age. People saying he's fighting guys that are too old. Boxing, saying that he's fighting tough guys with a background in sports, but not specifically that sport. I don't know how much Jake is married to the idea of checking all of those boxes on this next one. If he's fully committed, then it could be anybody. If he still wants to preserve what it is he's doing and has to offer, which is a star in front of everything else, you're known. You have a base, you have an audience, and we can do a lot of attention. I don't know how much he wants to get away from that. I'll tell you guys what the perfect opponent is. You want to know the perfect opponent? Jake loves to fight MMA, guys. He respects MMA. You want to know who the perfect opponent is? Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler's the perfect opponent, even in defeat over the weekend. In fact, his fight over the weekend probably shows us why he's so perfect. We know Robbie's still sharp. We know he's as dangerous as ever. We know he punches as well as ever. We know he can take shots. This isn't going to be a disappointing night where somebody gets clipped and somebody goes down. Somebody's going to stand up to Jake Paul at a minimum. Robbie Lawler. Chael, why do you say Lawler? Because Lawler could get it done. Robbie Lawler would have the ability and the relationship to go to Dana White and get that fight done. That's why he's the perfect replacement. I don't think that he's being looked at. But I think that I've shared with you, and at a minimum, I've accomplished the theme. The theme of someone that needs to do about that weight class has proven they're in shape. Maybe not as great as they once were, but still something very special. Like Jake Paul is not shy of admitting that. One of my favorite things about him, he is always very candid in what he wants to do and who he thinks he can successfully do it against. And it's broad, it's wide. But it's not absolutely anybody. He doesn't make those claims. So I think that things would be very interesting as this plays out. I think that somebody has missed a major opportunity. And even though there is a rumor of a gentleman, it's a very hard name to pronounce. If I could do it, I'd share it for you. Even though that rumor is probably going to come true. If you guys even know who I'm talking about, I'm still surprised. There should be 20 names out there right now. There should be 20 people offering right now. There should be a line. There should be people begging. They should be making their little silly clips, and some of us are thinking it's interesting, and some of them are dismissing them. They should be playing a guitar if they got some skills. They should be singing songs. We should just have one guy over here doing a poem. Like, there should be 20 different approaches trying to get in a main event spot, trying to get into Madison Square Garden, trying to get $2 million. I mean, there's nothing more that Jake can do. And all that's being proved as the days go by and the names don't come forward, all that's being proved is just how goddamn scared the community of boxing truly is of Jake Paul.